whakatau koutou. Greetings and welcome to you all. My name is Molia Alama Tulafono, and in today's session I'm going to share a small activity for you all. So please join me, and I hope you enjoy learning about this activity from the island of Tuvalu. So the name of this activity is called the Fou Piki. Fou in Tuvaluan means garland, and Piki means to weave and twist. So we're going to be weaving and twisting together a fou, which is a garland. So the materials that we're going to work with today, we're going to start with a roll of ribbon and also a pair of scissors. So it's pretty simple and straightforward, and this is what I love about this activity, is that we don't require many materials or resources to work with. So I think it's perfect for you to share with your children and family at home, and also at school or church, or wherever you want to do the activity. So it's perfect for it. However, I do also want to share that in Tuvalu, growing up as a kid, we used to do this activity but using different materials. So it's normally done using the pandanus leaves or the laufala, and also the launiu, which is the coconut leaves. However, in today's environment, we're here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, it's hard to find those materials, so we are opting for the readily available ribbons. So the roll of ribbon, you can get them from the $2 shops for $2, or slightly more if it's from other shops. And pair of scissors, you can also get them from the $2 shops. Now, an added material that you can also use is flowers, but it's optional. You can use flowers for your Fou Piki, or you can go without. So it's totally up to you. So with that being said, I hope you're ready. I'm going to demonstrate how we're going to weave and twist together the fou. So the first step in the Fou Piki making is taking your ribbon from the roll, and you can measure it, the length of it, either around your head. So I will do this you can just roughly measure it by stretching the ribbon behind your head, and that will just give you an indication of how much you would need. But I would like to go slightly more, because it's easier to just work with more length. So I will use the length of my arm stretched out to measure the ribbon, and from there I would cut it. So I'm going to cut it from the actual roll, and after I've cut it, because the ribbon is quite thick, I'm going to split it in half. So that will give us 2 strands of the ribbon to work with. So I'm just making a small incision here, or cut, and then just stripping it. It easily strips apart, so that's really good to work with this type of ribbon. So once you've stripped your ribbon in half, that will now give you 2 pieces of the ribbon to work with. Okay, so strip them all in half, and see, now I have 2 strips of the ribbon, and I'm going to fold each one of them in half. So fold it in half, the first one, and I also have some spare ribbons on the side in case we need to join the ends together to create a longer fou or Fou Piki. Okay, so that's the first strand I'm folding in half. The second strand I will also go ahead and fold it in half. So pair the ends together, and then you just mark the center of it. So these are our 2 strands that we're going to work with to create our Fou Piki. So once you fold them in half, you bring them together and join the middle part where you've made the fold. And this will help secure our Fou Piki so that it will look like this. Okay, so that's the starting point for our Fou Piki. And once you've put the two strands together, we're going to start the weaving and twisting. So I hope you are ready. You should have 4 strands of the ribbon now in front of you. So to begin, I'm going to take the far left strand and fold it on top of the strand right next to it. Okay, and the way I like to work with it is, to remember it, is I'm forming a V with those last 2 strands on my left. That's the V there. And once I fold that last strand over, I will now bring the bottom strand, which is now the very left-hand side one, the very last one to the left. I will fold it over and then bring it under the middle strand and over to the side and on top of the last strand on your right. Okay, so that's now going to our right hand side. So the aim is to always have 3 strands in the middle and working with a strand that's hanging on the side, whether it's on your right or on the left. Okay, so now that we've worked from the left hand side to the right, we are now going to repeat the same step that I've done just before from our right hand side. So starting from the right, we're going to fold the strand under to form the V with the last 2 strands on your right. And once you've done that, you bring the last strand hanging on your right hand side underneath the 3rd strand, going up the middle strand, down the middle strand again, and underneath the left hand side strand and to the side. Okay, so that's the whole process in creating the Fou Piki, or twisting and weaving the Fou Piki, and we're going to repeat the same process again. So remember, it's always the key thing to remember here is that you'll be working with 1 strand from the side and having 3 strands in the middle. So from the right hand side, I'm going to fold it under to form our V with the last 2 strands. See the V that's here? And now that's under, I will now fold over the right hand strand to go underneath, up, and then on top of the middle strand, down, and then over to the side of the left hand side now. So that's now hanging. So now we're ending up with 3 strands again in the middle and 1 hanging on the side. Okay, and from the right hand side we do the same, repeating the same steps. So we're folding over to create the V with the last 2 strands on the left. That's the V right there. And now we're folding this over the V, this last strand here on the left, fold it over the V, going under the middle strand, up the middle strand, and over on the left hand strand, and pulling it to the side. Okay, so that's 3 in the middle and 1 onto the side. And we repeat the same process as we go, and tucking the strands as we go to make sure that it stays steady and tight and straight. And as you can see, what I have here now is the end product, or our Fou Piki. This is the final product that I've put together. So I've also added a couple of flowers on there. If you decide to go with the flower option, go for it. It's, you know, that's amazing. It will be fun and cool. Otherwise, you can also have it without the Fou Piki and it still be cool and amazing to showcase to your friends or families or at school. So I hope you enjoy that activity from me and from Tuvalu to share with your friends or to do during the school holidays. So whakatailasi and enjoy the holidays.